Ready to open the hood? Usetool for the tutorials.
And for car parts, the right idea is the Mr. Auto app. Easy, fast, and with better prices than on the website.
You can find the bulk driveshaft used in the video exclusively on the Mr. Auto website and in the link in the description. Turn your engine off. Pull up the handbrake. Pull on the bonnet release lever. And open the bonnet. Place the vehicle on the axle stands. Lift the front of the vehicle. We strongly suggest watching the tutorial, raising your vehicle safely before carrying out this step. Loosen the stud bolts on the front wheels. To change the drive shafts on your vehicle, you'll have to remove the wheels to gain full access. Don't forget to slide the wheels under the vehicle. When you change a drive shaft on this vehicle, you need to drain the gearbox first to avoid spilling oil everywhere when removing the cardon shaft. To do this, we recommend watching the video How to Change the Gearbox Oil in a Peugeot 206 1.4 HDI. Start by stopping the hub from rotating by moving into 5th gear and asking someone to press the brake pedal to stop the assembly from rotating. Using a brake bar and a 30mm socket, release the hub nut and remove it. To remove the drive shafts, the control arm ball joint must be disengaged from the stub axle. As the components to be removed are very often seized up, don't hesitate to brush and to use penetrating oil to facilitate the operation. Unscrew the nut on the control arm ball joint using a 16mm wrench, a socket wrench and a 16mm socket. Then remove the screw. On 206 models, the control arm ball joints are very difficult to remove, so we used a long crowbar to get a lot of leverage. The crowbar is attached to the end of the control arm with a metal clamp. On the body side, the crowbar rests on the plastic wedges. Next, pry the control arm ball joint out of the stub axle and move the assembly aside. You can now remove the drive shaft from the wheel hub. Using a socket wrench and an 11mm socket, unscrew the 2 screws holding the transmission bearing to the intermediate bearing so that the drive shaft can be completely removed. Loosen them sufficiently so that you can rotate the screw locking stud on the intermediate bearing. You can then pull on the drive shaft to remove it from the gearbox.
All parts used in this tutorial are supplied by our trusted partners. These partners also help us create as many video tutorials as possible. Check them out in the description below.
You will find the bulk parts and products used in the video on the Mr. Auto site and in the link in the description. Unscrew the new screw at the end of the drivetrain. Get the new drive shaft. Remove the rubber ring and install it on the new drive shaft. Slide it through the intermediate bearing and insert it into the gearbox. Once in place, make sure that the drive shaft is properly fitted and the rubber ring is correctly positioned against the cardon shaft enclosure hole. Once in place, reposition the locking studs of the bearing retaining screw on the intermediate bearing. Then screw them back on to secure the assembly. Reinsert the drive shaft into the hub. Then insert the control arm ball joint into the control arm. Then screw it back on. Finish off the tightening with a torque wrench. Put the hub nut back in place. To be able to screw the hub nut back on, you must stop the disc from rotating. To To do this, put the car in 5th gear and ask someone to press the brake pedal. Finish off the tightening with a torque wrench. Then add the recommended clamping angle. Put the wheels of the vehicle back on and lower it to the ground. Once the vehicle is back on the ground, you can make visible marks on your screw or on the rim to better visualize the movement of your spanner. You can carry out the second hub screw tightening phase by adding a torque angle. You can now crimp the hub nut using a thin chisel. Operation completed.
Hi, it's Theo from Usetool. I hope this video has helped you a lot in your car maintenance. We would be super grateful if you could spread the word so that we can produce even more tutorials. Simply give us a like, a comment, and hit that subscribe button. It really helps us boost the channel and help the whole community. Thanks a lot and have a great one.